Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lizzie once again. Today I'm going to show you all how I was able to achieve this beautiful bridal gele. If you want to know how I was able to do this, please continue watching the rest of this video. So this right here is my gele, and this is actually called a paper scarf. All I did was to fold it into two, and once that was done, I placed my hand at the middle of the fabric, and all I did next was to take half part of the fabric and then fold into two like this again, while I was holding the middle of the whole fabric. So once I held it into two like this, I made sure that it was properly divided, and then what I did next was to hold the part that I already divided and the other half, which is the main half of the fabric, and then I started making pleats. So I made about 4 pleats, and once that was done, I placed the fabric on my head, making sure that I traced the pleats down towards my right hand side and also my left hand side. I just made sure that everything was neat and properly arranged for the both sides of my face. And once that was done, I took the fabric to the back, the both hands of the fabric to the back, making sure that the shorter hand of the fabric stays on top the longer hand of the fabric. So I just made that switch at the back. And once that was done, I traced the fabric on my head properly. I traced the pleats, making sure that everything was as neat as possible. So make sure that it's actually to your taste. And then I opened the back of the fabric like this, just for flexibility and so that I can do whatever I want with the fabric. And once that was done, I placed the shorter hand of the fabric underneath my hand, and once that was done, I went ahead to make pleats with the longer hand of the fabric. And then I opened the fabric properly, and then I brought the pleats that I initially made for the base of the gele. I brought everything towards the front and basically just traced everything and arranged everything properly. So for this part, I'm actually just making round pleats, and once I'm done making round pleats, I'll start making my fan. And this was the point where I actually started making my fan pleats. So all I did was to make these pleats from the left hand side of my hand and towards the right hand side of my hand. So you're not making pleats from the bottom to the top of your fabric, which is usually for the round gele. At this point, you are making pleats from the left hand side of your hand to the right hand side of your hand. That is what is going to give you the fan pleats. So while you're making the pleats, make sure that everything is secured and they are placing the pleats on top of each other. Just have enough control over the gele that you are tying. So I'm just going to place my hand at the middle of the fabric like this once I reach the end, and for the other hand of the fabric, I just held it like this and placed my hand at the middle like this. And once that was done, I made a knot at this point right here. I think I made about 2 or 3 knots at this point right here, just so that the fabric can be properly secured. It's actually a different ball game when you are tying for yourself compared to when you're tying on someone. So you need to have a very strong grip and control over your fabric so that you can achieve your desired style. So once I was done, I pulled the gele backwards a little bit and then started arranging the pleats properly by picking them one by one, just so that it will give me a more defined look and so that the beauty of the gele would come out. So I started picking the fans one by one just so that the beauty would come out. At any point where you need to pin, just pick up your pins and pin it. But if you don't need pins, I mean, why not just go ahead and do what you have to do. But whenever you need pins, make sure that you go ahead and use the pins. And that was what I did. And once I was done securing all of that properly, I went ahead to arrange the other side of the gele. So at this point, guys, you're just styling it according to your preferred taste, and once you do this, trust me, it's going to elevate your look, your style, and you're just going to love it. So you're just styling at this point according to how you want your gele to be on your head. But this is actually very simple and easy to achieve. Once you take your time and practice, you will definitely get it. So once I was done with that, all I did next was to reduce the sides of the gele a little bit. I didn't want it to be too bulky, so I joined the sides together and pinned them. And at this point, this is what my gele is looking like. You can either push it to the back or leave it the way it is, but I usually prefer giving a little distance between my forehead and my hair on its own. So at this point, I was just arranging the gele just so that it will look more beautiful and presentable. So this is what the gele looks like at this point. I'm going to show you how I covered the back of the gele. So I only joined the fabric at the back of my head together just so that I can cover my hair. So I just joined everything together and then pinned everything properly, and it actually really came out nice. So guys, this is what the back of the gele looks like at this point, and I love it a whole lot. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what the front looks like at this point, and I hope that you guys were able to learn something from what I did, and I really enjoyed making this particular tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you all for watching this video. If it was helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and also turn on your notification button so that each time I post you get a notification and you'll be the first to know. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.